Skill practice is a core component from the skill training portion and takes place immediately after skill theory. This component is broken down into two parts, passage coverage and answer justification. And this video will focus on passage coverage. During this component, students apply the skill in the reading passages, which helps in understanding the core information regarding the topic. To prepare for this component, you will need the textbook, the workbook, and the answer key or class guide. To teach or simulate this component, you will need the textbook and the workbook. This component will be simulated during training.
Okay guys, let's go ahead and get started with the skill theory. Please go to exercise number 3, question number 1. The first thing I want you guys to do is take a minute to skim the paragraph and identify the topic. Okay, go. Okay, so what is our topic, Megan?
Death penalty.
Okay, good. And why did you put that as a topic?
Because it's repeated.
Very good. So let's go ahead and circle the first time we see death penalty and write it in our outline. Okay, so we're going to skim the paragraph again and identify the main idea. Okay, go. Okay, what is the main idea, Sharon?
A great deal of controversy continues to surround the issue of executing criminals.
Very good. And why is this our main idea?
Because it helps us predict what the paragraph will be about.
Good. Let's go ahead and underline that sentence and write it in the outline. Okay, and based on our main idea, what do you think will be our pattern of organization? Megan?
A list.
Good. And why do you say that?
Because they will probably list the reasons regarding the controversy.
Good. And what will our major details be about, Sharon?
Why the death penalty is controversial.
Good. So let's go ahead and find our major details. What is our first major detail, Megan?
Researchers generally agree that if punishment is to discourage future criminal behavior, it must be swift and certain. Neither of these conditions is met by the death penalty in the United States.
Very good. And why is this our first major detail?
It gives one reason that the death penalty is controversial.
Good. Let's go ahead and underline that part and write it in the outline. Okay, let's go to the next major detail. What is our second major detail, Sharon?
And few reasonable and informed people today argue that capital punishment acts as a deterrent, except in the specific case of the individual who is executed.
Very good. And why is this our second major detail?
It gives another reason that the death penalty is controversial.
Good. Let's go ahead and underline that part and write it in our outline. What transition do we see to confirm this, Megan?
And
Good. And what type of transition is that?
listing or addition.
Very good. Let's go ahead and circle that transition. Okay, let's go on to the next major detail. What is our third major detail, Megan?
Also disturbing is the fact that personal characteristics of judges influence their decisions.
Very good. And why is this our third major detail?
It's the third reason that the death penalty is controversial.
Very good. Let's go ahead and underline that sentence and write it in our outline. And what transition did we see to confirm this, Sharon?
Also,
Good. And what type of transition is that?
listing or addition.
Good. Let's go ahead and circle that transition. Okay. Let's move on to the next major detail. What is our fourth major detail, Sharon?
Application of the death penalty can also be shocking in more ways than one.
Very good. And why is this our fourth major detail?
It gives another reason that the death penalty is controversial.
Very good. Let's go ahead and underline that sentence and write it in our outline. And what transition did we see to confirm this? Megan?
Also,
Good. And what type of transition is that?
listing or addition.
Good. Let's go ahead and circle that transition. Okay. And let's go on to our last major detail. What is our fifth major detail? Megan?
Perhaps most distressful of all aspects of the death penalty is the possibility that an innocent party may be executed.
Very good. And why is this our fifth major detail?
It gives the most important reason that the death penalty is controversial.
Very good. Let's go ahead and underline that sentence and write it in our outline. Okay, and what transition did we see to confirm this, Sharon?
Most.
Okay, and what type of transition is that?
Listing or importance.
Very good. Let's go ahead and circle that transition. Okay, so looking at all of our major details, how does the writer feel about the death penalty, Sharon?
It is bad.
Okay. Good. Okay, good job, guys.